Here is issue 20 of FREEZE64, where we celebrate the fantastic Gremlin graphics game Bounder, which was produced back in 1985. And you can see the original game case there. So that's the cover. So inside, as usual, we have the load page, which is the contents page here on the left, and there's a picture of Chris Shrigley and a quote from him as well. Then we have our introduction piece, our welcome page, which talks about what's in the issue. And then it's straight into our cover feature, which is on Bounder. So we discuss the game and start looking through the memory of the game. So we'll look at the music, the character set, which is there, and also the sprites. So the game actually contains 184 sprites, and that's all of them there within the game memory. And then we delve a little bit deeper into the code and start playing with some features and cheats. So we've got infinite lives, infinite jumps, sprite collision, God mode, and then those are explained, and then we change them into pokes, just standard pokes. We have a great piece here by Martin Grundy, who's a C64 enthusiast and also a retro gaming writer. And Martin has kindly written a piece there about Bounder, and he's also writing another piece for the next issue of FREEZE64, which I'm currently working on. Here's the mouldy cupboard. So this time out of the mouldy cupboard, we've got City Attack, which is quite a quirky game. It's an arcade shoot 'em up, but if you play it, you'll see, or if you read this mouldy cupboard review, you'll see that there's a lot of quirkiness to the game. It's worth checking out. Then we have part 3 of our Commodore 64 fanzines, where we look at Commodore Action magazine from, when was that? From 1990 something. I can't remember. I think 96. That's part 3. I'm going to pause that this feature for a few issues, but we will come back to it. I've got a lot more fanzines to reveal. Games in the making, snippets of news on upcoming Commodore 64 games. So we've got Portal here, which is being created by Jamie Fuller. And then we got a game here by Tony Savona, which he's produced some great YouTube videos on the actual game itself. It looks quite amazing platformer, and amazing as well is Portal by Jamie. Both games there to read up on. Then we have Julian Rignall with the Zap Back. So Julian looks back at issue number 1 of Zap 64 and checks out the Sizzler and Gold Medal games. And he explains what a Sizzler and a Gold Medal is first, and then looks back at some of the games, a retrospective look at the games. So the games he looks at is Bounty Bob, Elite, Airwolf, Pathfinder, Gunship, Cauldron, Lords of Midnight, Shadowfire, Tirnanog. A great piece there from Julian, who is now a regular writer for FREEZE64, and I've already got his piece for the next issue. Then Secret Squirrel is pushed just to 1 page this issue. That's because Julian kindly gave us enough content for 3 pages. So that's 1 page of Secret Squirrel. Then we have our exclusive interview with Chris Shrigley. So we discuss his early years, him growing up in a one-parent family with his sister, and how he used to use his Commodore 64 when he was a kid, then how he started coding, and then coding with friends, then starting up proper kind of coding team, then working for Gremlin Graphics, working on Bounder, working on Rebounder. Talks about Rebounder and why Rebounder came out, Future Night, which is pictured there, and then we start discussing things like his favourites. So that's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 page interview with Chris. So it's an extended interview. We normally do 6 pages of interviews. Then we have our We Don't Do Reviews, which is a mini review of Exploding Fish, which was recently released by Megastyle, coded by Chris Stanley, and graphics by Rottoroy and music by Andrew Fisher, no less. Fantastic little game there. We gave 81%, which is very respectable. Then there's a review. We don't do reviews for Legend of Atlantis, released by Cytronic, coded by Stuart Collier, designed and graphics by Trevor Story, and music by Saul Cross. Absolutely fantastic game. I'm still playing this. Very much enjoying it. Lots of puzzles to solve. I haven't completed it, but I have hacked the game. Surprise, surprise. So I saw the ending within minutes of actually buying the game, but that's me. Giving it our own FREEZE64 Sizzler, 88%. Well worth it. And over here, got the actual tape itself, which arrived a couple of days ago. So you can get that from the Cytronic website. Full details in this issue. Then we have this lovely piece, which includes a good contact of mine, Paul Clancy, on the making of Miami Vice. Remember Miami Vice? That was released by Ocean Software. Okay, maybe not a brilliant game, but it's explained why in our interview in the making of. Then we have some new pokes and codes. Our first lot here is for Legend of Atlantis. And we got some exclusive tips here straight from the man himself, Trevor Story. And then on the other page, we have a few pokes and codes for a few of the 4K competition entries. And then somebody has requested a cheat for Revenge of Mutant Camels. And then finally, we have our first ever My Commodore 64 Heaven, which is Robin Harbron. Robin Harbron, who's in Ontario in Canada, and this feature's going to appear in every issue, with a different person each time, and their collection. We've already got the next 2 issues set up with people's collections, and then on the back page we have the Legends of Atlantis advert, courtesy of Ken's from Cytronic. So that's issue number 20. And you can get your copy from freeze64.co.uk or freeze64.com. For subscribers, it came with the cheat card, number 17, which is Hero of the Golden Talisman with your cheats on the back. And that's it.